America has the most powerful military in the world. It can demonstrate authority in any part of the world, in any theatre of war, whether it is the land or the air or the high seas. No one in the world can miss American deployments in foreign lands, but America also has a secret and undercover army. An army of 60,000 officers, one that the world knows nothing about.
Now, the Pentagon has a secret army of 60,000 people who carry out assignments under false identities in person and online, according to an investigation by Newsweek. The report says that these soldiers, civilians and contractors work under assumed identities and carry out top-secret domestic and overseas missions for the US government. The Newsweek report says that this secret army is 10 times the size of the CIA's clandestine forces. The force includes NSA agents, cybersecurity experts and special forces, and is serviced by around 130 private companies. It is supported by dozens of secretive government agencies at an annual cost of $900 million US, according to the report.
No one knows who these officers are and exactly what they do. Because America has never talked about this secret force. Unlike the rest of the American intelligence branches, this secret army hasn't been discussed by the US Congress at all. And the US government may want to keep it that way. But an American publication has managed to access some details. It says more than half of the secret army is engaged as special operations forces.
This secret army specializes in cutting-edge espionage techniques and functions under a program called signature reduction. A Department of Defense spokesperson told Newsweek that signature reduction isn't an official term and only describes measures taken to protect operations. This technique essentially gives the US deniability on sensitive missions should agents be compromised.
This secret army also has a small but a growing cyber intelligence wing. Sitting behind their computers, they hunt for high-value targets using information in the public domain. They are also involved in influence campaigns on social media. All this may sound like the script of the next spy blockbuster. But if true, none of this should come as a surprise. America is said to have the most extensive and sophisticated intelligence network in the world. The question is this massive secret army even legal?
Agents are highly trained and use sophisticated devices to carry out operations. The Newsweek piece reported that agents are taught to create mold and casting techniques so they can alter their age, gender and weight. The Newsweek report says at least 30,000 of the United States' signature reduction forces were special forces operating in war zones around the world.
Reports say such an initiative challenges America's domestic laws. it goes against the military code of conduct. Not to mention the Geneva Convention of Human Rights.
This army is so secretive that
Congress has never held a hearing on the subject. And yet the military developing this gigantic clandestine force challenges US laws, the Geneva Conventions, the Code of Military Conduct and basic accountability.
They are low profile. They operate under false identities and disguises, sometimes even behind enemy lines. A new report claims America has some 60,000 clandestine officers. This is the largest undercover force that the world has ever known. Terrorists in countries like Pakistan and West Africa. Some could even be deployed behind the borders of North Korea and Iran, two countries that are direct adversaries of America. The other wing is of military intelligence specialists. These are collectors, counterintelligence agents and linguists, deployed with a cover identity to protect them. This secret army has been created by the US Department of Defense, better known as the Pentagon. Reports say this force is 10 times bigger than the number of the CIA spies. They carry out domestic and foreign assignments, both in military uniforms and under civilian cover, hiding behind the facade of a private business or even a well-known company.
Was the result of a 2-year investigation involving examination of over 600 resumes and 1,000 job postings and more. The deep investigation revealed there are nearly 60,000 people belonging to an American military secret undercover army working with masked identities and in low profile. They're part of a broader program called Signature Reduction. This clandestine army inside the Army carries out both domestic and overseas tasks, operating as a military brand or under civilian covers. The newest and fastest growing group in this army is online and never leaves its keyboards. These are cutting-edge cyber fighters and intelligence collectors who assume false personas online, employing non-attribution and misattribution techniques.